bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Old as ancient skies, I've had these wandering eyes. You took me by surprise when you let me inside of you. Inside of you. Inside of you. Teach me how to grow while I'm moving inside of you. Forgetting Sarah Marshall might secretly be my favorite movie. Now, what do I mean by that? Not that I don't want people to know how much I love it, not that no one's ever heard of it. More along the lines of, I forget just how great this movie really is until I fire it up again. I just question how. How can this simple movie have such a powerful message that I identify with, relate to, laugh with, and lose myself in time and time again? On the surface, it just looks like it's going to be another run-of-the-mill Judd Apatow universe type of flick. But somehow, it just holds an inevitable magic about it. In a way, it's a chick flick since its plot deals heavily with a breakup and its effects on our main character. But at the same time, it's steered more towards a male crowd, I feel, and makes it not really a chick flick. Or if it is, it's a chick flick for guys. Think about it. I mean, hell, we get invested in relationships too, so with that in mind, let's take a look at what makes Forgetting Sarah Marshall such a great movie. We open on Pete, played by the always amazing Jason Segel.
Good for you, Pete.
In case you don't know, I have a man crush on Jason Segel. Who the hell doesn't?
Good for you.
I really think the opening to this movie is marvelous. Now, during the credits, we're shown how disgusting Pete's residence is when his girlfriend Sarah Marshall isn't around. And we're introduced to her through photographs establishing that he's in a long-term relationship with her, and also through an Access Hollywood segment he catches on television where we see her being gushed over for her portrayal of Maddie Stark in a long-running CSI type show. Surprisingly, Peter himself is actually on the same payroll, and likely this is how the two met.
Bretter's dark and ominous score has set the tone for this gruesome juggernaut.
And they seem to have a really healthy and perfect relationship as far as we know.
We gotta do something.
Enter Aldous Snow, played by Russell Brand.
We gotta do something.
He is hilarious in this movie. And I should make a note here too, I've never actually seen Get Him to the Greek, but apparently he plays the same guy in that movie. So if you've seen it and you know of this, then that's cool. I just haven't seen it, so I'm not in on the universe of that, and I don't have any jokes to make about it or comparisons. But I will watch it. So back at home, Peter gets a phone call from Sarah letting him know that she's arriving home early, and panic sets in when he realizes the mess he's left lying around. It's awesome too that during all this, Aldous' music video is still just kind of going on in the background, and we get a look at some of his sexual dance moves.
And that someone is you, and you, and you, and you.
Poor Pete, just oblivious to the bombshell that's about to be dropped in his laps, is just taking his shower, and look how happy he is! Fucking love Segel. So fresh out of the shower and wrapped in a towel, Sarah is already waiting for him in the living room.
I got a surprise for you.
It's the sound and that big old smile on his face. You know he was really naked for that shot too, I'm sure. Segel has no fucking shame.
As you know, I love you.
Are you breaking up with me?
Apparently this scene too is based on a bit of truth, as he has said that he was indeed broken up with while naked. And instead of being mad at the situation, he just could not wait for this chick to leave so that he could write down what happened, because he found it so damn funny. And for the record, it wasn't Linda Cardinelli. Did I say her name right? I don't know.
Are you,
I just need a minute.
Man, Segel might be the only man alive that can drop trowel in front of me and I not be disgusted by it. Instead, I just giggle. Grown-ass man, butt-ass naked and crying.
Please don't go.
why don't you just put on some clothes and we can sit down and discuss
No,
this?
I can't do anything right now.
It's only funny because it's Segel. I told you I was going to gush over him a lot.
I know what that means. If I put clothes on, it's over.
And you know, for all of this silliness, there's such an element of understanding to it. You can relate to it. We have all been Peter, naked or not. No one wants to see the end of a relationship that they thought otherwise was going well.
There's someone else. I'm sorry.
Now single for the first time in forever and forgetting how to really go out and mingle, Pete asks his stepbrother Brian, played by the amazingly funny Bill Hader, to wingman for him.
I'm gonna get herpes just from sitting on this couch.
This is all the more funny to me because in this, Hader plays a more reserved character. Like, he strips down his cussing. He doesn't really cuss at all, as a matter of fact. He spells out the cuss words, and he seems even offended by the very idea that he has to go to a strip club with Peter. He's really off-put by Pete's horniness and wanting to bang a stripper since he himself is married and has been with his wife Liz forever.
You don't need to put your P in a V right now.
No, I don't. I need to B my L on somebody's T's.
That's disgusting.
You see what I mean about Hader, though? And side note here, there's a fucking hilarious behind-the-scenes bit on South Park. When it was the episode, the Steamy Ray Vaughan episode, if you know what I'm talking about. Shit's in britches. Well, anyway, there's this behind-the-scenes clip with Bill and Matt or Trey, whichever fucking one it is, and oh my god, it just kills me with the way he says this.
What for?
What for?
I don't know.
Back to the movie, though. Now, Brian is about to leave since he's so uncomfortable in the situation, but Pete pours his heart out about how bad Sarah has hurt him, convincing him to stay, and soon enough, they have two women hanging onto their every word. Especially when it comes out that Pete works on the CSI show that both of these girls are big fans of.
Oh my god! I love that show.
With no breaks at all, though, Pete makes his intentions clear.
I find you both very sexually attractive.
Let's pump the brakes.
Very clear.
I think that having sex with either of you would be a great treat for me.
Let's wrap it up, buddy.
And it works. You gotta admire that kind of honesty.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Poor Pete, though.
Overall, I think that went really well.
I say poor Pete, though, because, yeah, he gets some from this new chick, but all it does is trigger old memories.
Are you crying?
What? No.
I swear, like, every line in this film feels like they ran over it carefully with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that it was written to get the most laughs. It wasn't there to just waste your time. Like, check out this chick's delivery of this line.
I'm sorry, and I'm being so weird now.
You've been weird pretty much the whole time, so it's not usual.
Just amazing to me. This movie has just such a good flow to it.
Okay.
Now in the next scene, we find Pete pouring his heart out to a doctor, terrified that he's made a big mistake. And the movie continues to deliver with laughs like this.
Peter, I'm a pediatrician. Have you noticed you're sitting on a fire truck?
Right.
Little kids?
See, a shitty movie would have ruined that joke with like an establishing shot, letting you clearly know before you ever step foot in there that we're at a children's hospital or clinic or whatever. But no, they reveal the joke in a clever way, and it makes me appreciate the effort in the movie so much more because of it. Still, Pete is unsure, and he asks the doc to take a quick look.
Good.
You barely even looked at it.
It's a good-looking dick, Peter.
It's a good-looking dick, Peter. It's fucking beautiful. I'd love to have been on set and seen how many takes it took to get that with a straight face, because you know the motherfuckers were cracking up at that. Sent on his way with some tough words of encouragement, Pete follows the doc's advice and bangs a few new chicks, each with their own funny scenarios, making what should be a carefree form of fun and expression just awkward and comical.
Hi.
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 Hi. Do you want to gag me?
Kind of now.
Nothing will fix a man suffering from heartache except time, though, so when he has to head back to work the next day, not really in the mood.
What do we got today?
That's what 20 years on Vice will do to you.
Yeah, imagine your job was to write music for your suddenly now ex-girlfriend's TV show.
Okay, I'm ready.
The victim's penis was found behind the AC unit.
That's about how serious I'd take it.
You're fucking Billy Baldwin, aren't you?
You know you're not getting paid for today's session, right?
I might lose a day's pay for that reason, too. Severely crushed and eaten by depression, Pete won't come out of his home, so his landlord calls Brian over to check on him and the smoke scene coming out of the house. Forcing his way inside, Brian discovers Pete burning everything of Sarah so he can move forward. And Brian tries to help by suggesting that maybe Sarah wasn't really that cool to begin with.
She always acted, you know, like a little bitch.
which is like a mortal sin.
Okay, pump the brakes.
So switching up tactics here, Brian has another idea up his sleeve.
Go on a vacation.
Destination, Hawaii.
Sarah was always talking about this place in Hawaii that was supposed to be.
Oh, fucking course. This is somewhere that Sarah was always talking about.
What, I can't go to Hawaii now because Sarah Marshall has heard of Hawaii?
Then go to Hawaii.
So in the next scene, they just hop right to it. I gotta give him credit for that. Pete's on a plane, and my god, he just can't catch a fucking break.
Aloha, I'm Sarah Marshall from Crime Scene of the crime.
So finally, Pete's plane lands, and the movie, already amazing in the most amazing of ways, gets another layer of awesomeness added to it. First up, we meet Rachel, the hotel receptionist played by the gorgeous Mila Kunis, as well as a newly married couple checking in, the husband of which is none other than Jack McBrayer.
My old ball and chain.
This dude's just a legend in everything, I swear. What was it? Talladega Nights? Unfortunately for Pete, who didn't make a reservation, just kind of took his chances hoping a room was available.
Oh. Ooh, gold.
It's not. The only room available is the $6,000 a night suite.
Wow.
Beautiful views.
Which, yeah, that's way out of his budget.
That's a shame. This is beautiful.
And trying to coyly back away without embarrassing himself. Who should he fucking see when he looks to his left but goddamn Sarah?
Yeah, it's Sarah Marshall from Crime Scene.
She's my ex-girlfriend. We broke up 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
All right, this is fine, right?
Sir?
It's totally fine.
God, even worse.
Did she see me?
Uh-huh.
Was she coming over here?
Yep.
Oh my god.
What are you doing here?
Came here to murder you.
Awkward.
Hello there, you little sex object. I've lost a shoe.
Oh my god.
I've lost a shoe, like this one. It's like this one's fellow, the sort of the exact opposite, in fact, of that.
Uh-huh.
Not an evil version, but just,
You take forever to say nothing.
you know, a shoe like this, but for the other foot. Otherwise, I'd have two right.
Aldous, this is Peter.
And just when you think the awkwardness is about to hit peak level, Rachel, like, kind of saves him by telling him that...
I'm sorry. Excuse me, Mr. Breder, Miss Marshall. But we were able to book the Capua suite for you, sir, for 4 nights.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why are you doing this for me?
She's here with some guy already. It's kind of messed up.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
And on his way to the room, he phones Brian in a panic, yet won't stop following Sarah and Aldous.
Go back to your room. Go back to your room, Peter.
I'm going in.
Back to your room, Peter. Are you listening to me? Peter, go back to your room.
Hey!
What a lovable moron. And you can hear Brian still just kind of yelling at him on the phone in the background. Now, at this point, he's just torturing himself, right? But come on. You can't identify with that a little bit. You know you've kind of put yourself in that situation. Maybe not to that extreme, but you've been in this situation.
I am in the Capua suite.
It's like they're taking it so serious but making you laugh at the same time. You see what I mean about it being a chick flick, but for guys?
Did you enjoy that? Did you like what you saw?
Segel's a damn genius to tap a market like this, and people don't even realize it. But sometime later, Rachel calls the room to check on Peter.
You getting complaints about a woman crying hysterically?
Yeah, you know what? I hear her too, and it sounds like she's having such a hard time.
See, I love the building of their relationship. It's already started with moments like these.
Coming from the floor above me.
You're on the top floor.
I'll try to keep it down.
Like, you know she's gonna be the new love interest, sure, but it's not like he just saw her at the front desk and thought, oh, she's hot, I really want to get with her. It's moments like these, the building of that friendship that he doesn't even know that he needs at this point. She's genuinely worried about him, and that helps build your enthusiasm and insistence that these two do get together. And see, I also think it's purposeful in this movie that we weren't shown a lot early in the movie his time with Sarah. We were given those flashbacks and those photographs and that quickly rushed they're in a long-term relationship idea purposefully so that we wouldn't be too heavily invested in the relationship that he's currently in, and it would A, be easier to transition him into a new relationship and we wouldn't root for him to get back together with his old interests, but B, it really just gives you more reason to love him getting a new interest to begin with. Does that make any fucking sense? I don't know. Segel just kills it, making you laugh at his unfortunate misery. And later that night, the movie ups the ante again, this time with Jonah Hill popping up for the first time.
Obviously, because you called me at work, you know that I'm at my place of work. So I can't just leave here and sell you some weed. I can sell you some weed when I'm done.
He plays a waiter with an unhealthy obsession over Aldous Snow and his band, Infant Sorrow. We'll get more into that later.
Just by yourself?
I love Jonah. Like I said, these Apatow flicks, they have like a vibe to them. The same way the Kevin Smith View Askew universe has like the same characters and have a similar vibe to them. The chemistry between Jonah and Segel is great, as Jonah, I don't fucking know the name of the waiter he plays in the movie, he just backhand shames him for dining alone.
I just would be so depressed.
Well, he won't be eating alone for long, however.
Oi, mate. Why don't you come over and sit with us? You'd be very welcome.
Or not at all.
Peter?
I can't really blame him for leaving. I'd probably do the same thing. Now, Sarah confronts him as he leaves, accusing him of following her here, and the two have a bitter moment of dialogue.
I hope you have a really good time here.
Have a great dinner, groupie whore.
Psycho stalker.
There's only one thing left to do after a moment like that.
Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this guy. Huh? Not us, buddy, right?
Get hammered.
Oh, I'm Samantha. I have sex with everyone.
After some encouraging words from Jack and the barkeep, Pete is sobering up when Rachel stops by, and the two's relationship, however platonic it is at the moment, continues to grow as she ends up poking fun at the show that Sarah's on.
Sarah Marshall's show sucks.
You do the music for that program?
Well, did I mention that the music rocks?
That's a nice save.
Yeah, gonna get things started on the Muppet Show tonight.
It was funny too because he actually went on to not only star in, but help write the 2001 Muppet movie. Now the next day when he's getting some breakfast or lunch or whatever, Jack ends up stopping by the table.
Hey! Hello there, friend.
This is just kind of like a underused side plot, or maybe not underused. It's not overused either though. It kind of works in the movie plot with Jack and his wife or whatever, where they just have sexual issues.
How was your evening?
Does that feel good?
Still can't feel anything.
Okay, because it hurts, mate. No. God put our mouths on our head for a reason. No!
He's just fucking awkward as usual. Basically, he doesn't know how to fulfill his wife sexually properly. In fact, the very idea of having sex just gives him horrible anxiety. Like I said, we get a few gags about their experiences, and they'll add a pretty good bit to the movie by the end of it, even if they play like no important, significant point of the plot. Now, it's a bit later that Pete decides to try his hand at yoga for whatever reason, and I'm not 100% on this, but I swear I read somewhere that these scenes weren't actually in the theatrical release, that this was only the extended version, or, you know, the later printed DVD that included extra scenes. I don't know. Is it? No idea. Anyway, of course Aldous and Sarah are there doing yoga as well, and what makes these scenes so fucking enjoyable is Kristen Wiig, who... she's uncredited for whatever reason, but it's clearly her.
I recognize you from the cover of Namaste magazine. I'm a huge fan.
She fucking kills me with her facial expressions, I swear. Especially on the blooper reel from the Californians.
It worked. Look at that. You can chill us. I know a shortcut through Alsagush.
Anyway.
Stop being so good at it.
This whole scene is great for a lot of reasons. She gushes over Aldous.
It's very flexible.
Backhand compliments Sarah.
You seem much taller on your show.
I'm not.
Right, no, I know.
Treats Pete like a child.
You don't feel comfortable? There's no shame in just laying on your mat in child's pose?
Lady, I got it.
All with that fucking Kristen Wiig style of comedy.
Sir, if you just want to lay down in child's pose. Now, you all heard me say if you want to be in child's pose.
I just love her. I didn't know how much I loved her until this movie.
I don't want you to break your neck, so just...
What's up?
Just relax.
My legs, that's what.
So patronizing. And Peter ain't having it.
Okay, we're doing quiet headstands today.
I'm doing a handstand, motherfucker. Doing a handstand.
And every so often, this movie likes to up the ante with the celebrity department. And this time, we got Paul fucking Rudd showing up.
P.O.P.
Great.
Oh man, you just wait until I have time to talk about I Love You Man.
This is the man cave. There's no women allowed in here. I got a jerk-off station, for God's sakes.
Paul plays a surfer named Kuno, who's just a super sweet, nice fucking pothead.
Looks like you got a little pain behind those eyes.
Yeah, maybe a little.
There's really only one cure for that.
What's that?
Weed. You got any? Well, let's go surfing.
Taking a surfing lesson from him seems to be the most frustrating thing in the universe, though, as he is quite conflicting.
You're doing too much. Do less. Pop down. Pop up now. Stop. Get down. Get down there. Remember, don't do anything. Nothing. Pop up.
Oddly enough, though, Kuno might be the one person who can get through to Peter in a time like this.
This is the first time I felt good in 3 weeks or so.
You need to get back on that board is what you need to do.
How do you not stay grounded when you got a buddy in life giving you solid fucking nuggets of advice like this?
When life gives you lemons, just say fuck the lemons and bail.
Yeah, no, you said it, totally.
So sometime later, he ends up calling Brian for some more advice.
What member of the Brat Pack are you? You look like one of those guys suspected of killing JFK.
And Liz?
She's gone.
Who are you looking at?
And she just can't resist jumping in to add her 2 cents. This lady is under fucking rated right here.
Okay, it was Liz. She wasn't here the entire time.
So Pete mentions Rachel, and the two convince her to ask her on a date.
Well, maybe I'll ask her out then.
Yes. Watch this one. Hey, I'm in Hawaii too!
Hey, that would only work if the background was already green screened. Why would he be in front of a fake living room?
They're not Native Americans, Brian.
I'm taking it too seriously. I know, I'm sorry.
Right. What are you doing?
The luau?
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
It's called the hula.
And sometime later, Pete makes his way to this little 4th of July celebration, but unfortunately, Rachel can't come in with him because she's kind of tending the door. It's not really a door because it's open, but you know what I mean? Taking tickets, handing out flyers and shit.
May I help you with something else, Peter?
No, I'll just grab a drink. I'm just gonna head inside.
Happy 4th of July.
Thank you.
We do get this hilarious short reaction with Jonah again, though, that just fucking kills me. I'm dead.
Actually, I just sat down. I'm just getting started. It's delicious, though. Thank you.
I'll just go fuck myself.
Sorry, what?
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Hi.
Hey, alright.
Of fucking course, Sarah and Aldous are there, and they run into Peter.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
And before it can get awkward, though,
We have a very special guest with us here today.
he basically just puts him on the spot and kind of makes him perform this song that he's famous for. And this is the same song that's in Get Into the Greek.
Oh, there's ancient skies, I've had these wandering eyes.
Oh man, how painful to be Peter.
Inside you.
This song's fucking hilarious though, and Jonah, he just sums it up so well.
Just went from 6 to midnight.
The way this shit is shot, I swear to God, with Russell dancing on stage like that, I cannot imagine. Like, I can't imagine people not cracking up on set. Like, how many fucking shots, how many takes must it take when you're filming this kind of movie?
Inside you. Teach me how to grow while I'm moving inside of you.
So needing some fresh air, Peter heads down to the beach, and he ends up running across Chemo, this really sweet-hearted big guy who works at the breakfast buffet. They quickly become friends when they have a beer, and much like Kuno, but way less dumb, Chemo offers him some much-needed advice.
Like The Sopranos. It's over. Find a new show.
He may also be the key to helping Peter feel normal again. Man, I want a hug from that guy.
You're awfully nice.
So kind of worried about him and not wanting to be by himself, Chemo invites him to come along with him to help with a pig cooking for a barbecue, and I don't think Peter was prepared for this, and neither was I.
Do it! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
I'd feel the same way. I couldn't do it.
Not crying. You should stop crying.
I don't cry, I'm not a baby.
Really? Because you look like a gigantic baby.
Swear to God, this is one of those scenes that I rewind like 8 fucking times and just play it over and over and over before I continue on with the movie. His delivery is just so funny.
Really? Because you look like a gigantic baby.
You look like a gigantic baby. It's like crying when he says it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that at all.
So later on that night when the party is on, Peter is finally feeling all the confidence that he should. Takes a chance, and he asks Rachel out.
Would you like to hang out tonight, like, not at an official hotel function?
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, we don't have to if you don't want to. I just thought that maybe...
Listen, you don't have to make this weird. You either want to go or you don't.
He almost fucking blows it, because, dude, you gotta know when to stop.
Why don't you go upstairs, change that shirt, and I'll be up front like 5.
See, that's a girl who knows what she wants, and she's not demanding about it. She's just firm. That's Mila fucking Kunis. Later that night, things are going well as the two talk and learn about each other, and her curiosity is piqued when Pete mentions that he's been working on a rock opera featuring Dracula, which is interesting for a lot of reasons. One, that this was a real project that Segel had been working on for a large portion of his life. If I'm correct, I believe it since he was a teenager.
I have this vision of doing it with puppets.
It's just fucking cool that he actually found a movie to work it into where it actually fit.
Why Dracula?
Because he's a man, like anyone else. He just wants to be loved.
Before he gets much into it, however, Rachel ends up spotting her ex, which is not allowed on this island apparently, and a damn scuffle ensues.
You ain't the chief in this village, I'm the chief!
I'm the idiot!
Pete tries to nicely stop the conflict, but...
This ain't the breakfast buffet!
Thank God for Chemo. Now, escaping to a bar, the two continue to talk and learn about each other, and when Rachel hops up to get them both another drink,
You don't have to dote on me. I'm not that type of girl.
Pete just replays in his head all the times that Sarah made him hold her pocketbook and just kind of stand around and left him over in the shadows, basically.
Andre the Giant, out of the shot, please. Mutombo, out of the shot. Come on.
He's just not used to being treated like an equal. Now, when Pete heads to the restroom to take a piss in front of the famous wall of boobs, he's surprised to see a picture of Rachel among the women. Calm down, it's definitely a fake, and yes, I know because I looked it up myself. Who didn't? Offering to remove it for her, she warns against it as the owner of the bar would likely kill him for such a thing. The moment is seemingly forgotten when, as a surprise she calls it, Rachel has made time for Pete to get up on stage and give a special performance of what? His Dracula musical. Man, being a musician myself, I can honestly tell you the fear of an unscheduled performance just kind of thrust upon your shoulders is scary enough. But especially when the thing that they want you to play is some quirky-ass little side weird pet project of yours that, like he says with no context, is just...
It's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better.
This is a great scene too, though, which is expanded upon later in the film. But take it for what it's worth here that not only is the Dracula musical actually a fascinating idea, but the disparity that we'll see between Sarah and Rachel's reaction to it is just so cool. Rachel actually seems moved by this and takes interest in it, as opposed to Sarah, who couldn't begin to wrap her head around it, which, like I said, we'll see later. And that fucking says a lot.
Blood will run down his face when he is decapitated. Ah! His head on my mantle.
Now afterwards, when being dropped off at the hotel, Pete makes his move, but unfortunately is shot down, leaving them both feeling foolish for different reasons.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to complicate things.
And to make things worse, he passes right by the hammock with the two fucking lovebirds in it.
With me, lady, watching the sea roll by.
So instead of calling it a night, he just heads back to the bar. Some of this scene is Pete getting ragged on by the barkeep.
I went on a date tonight with Rachel, right? That wasn't a date. She's in customer service, dude. She took you out for charity.
The rest is Jack dealing with his sex anxiety.
It's not fun and it causes anxiety. Fucking... when you're not fucking...
Someone's gotta stop.
Butt of a joke.
It's hilarious though, just not really worth spending a lot of time on. Now, it's around here that trouble starts to brew, but for opposite parties, as Sarah gets a call informing her the show has been canceled, rendering her an unemployed actress. Aldous, in turn, ends up inviting her to go on tour with him, which she didn't even fucking know that he was going to be leaving and go on tour in the next 2 weeks.
I didn't know you were going on tour.
Yeah, I'm going in 2 weeks. It's like an 18-month tour, 43 countries, infant sorrow. You know, it's going to be a massive tour.
So yeah, suddenly complicating things, she finds herself kind of like wondering, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah, I can't come because I have a job. I'm a working actress.
Not anymore.
Why am I in this relationship?
You're an unemployed actress. Perfect.
And possibly, probably, you know, why did I leave Peter? For this.
You could be the queen of the groupies, queen of the sorrow suckers.
The sorrow suckers.
Sorrow suckers, I don't know why they call them that.
It didn't last for like a second, because Jonah butts in with some complimentary gifts.
The hotel wanted to offer you some complimentary coconut cake. It's from the hotel. It's definitely not from me, personally.
So Sarah is pretty upset with Aldous, which is expected, but he just can't fucking stop dropping new tidbits of info into the conversation.
I've not told you I've got genital herpes because it's not inflamed at the moment.
Do you guys want some champagne?
And then you got Jonah just making shit all the more awkward when he drops his fucking demo CD off into his lap.
Alright, so I came here to give you my demo. I worship you and I just wanted to give you my demo.
So funny because he does this like shitty impression of him saying like, oh, you don't want to be one of those guys who just like passed on me.
Oh, I saw that guy. He was my waiter and I totally dismissed him like everyone else does.
So later Pete heads to the bar to find Sarah drinking alone and she tells him about her show being canceled. And technically that means he's out of a job too, but cutting the bullshit, Sarah spills her guts as to what's really worrying her. And I like this too, because here you can kind of identify with her too, even if she is the villain.
I don't want to step out of the spotlight and then be forgotten. I don't want to disappear. I'm freaked out.
I mean, we shouldn't want to hate her. Pete, growing into the bigger man at every opportunity, says all the right things, and he really seems to have his head on straight until she reaches over and grabs his hand, which just fucking unwinds him mentally.
Die! Die! I can't.
It's really good, Peter. I just don't understand it.
Where's Aldous?
God should be present in the bedroom. You need to penetrate deeply and stimulate the clitoris simultaneously. That's what you got to do. That's what it's about.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Explore her ears. Be a little more Aurora, man. God's within you.
I was wrong. It gets better. We get another round of Brian, Pete, and Liz on a video call, which leads to some pretty great 13-year-old humor.
Yeah, closer, further away.
Oh, I know what you're doing. That's not funny at all. You stop that.
Bill's character's disgusted reaction is just priceless.
Hey, that's a great necklace, Liz. Did you have that a second ago?
Oh, that's gross.
You see, moments like this in the movie work too, because they don't just use it to fill it. They just kind of drop these moments in here or there, and the rest of the movie's seriousness is what balances it out.
He's saying if I were to sperm on you, what? It would be a pearl necklace. Why? Real funny.
Sorry.
I know, it just helps make the whole thing more memorable that way. Nothing's overdone, really. It's just the right amount. So later, Rachel invites Pete out for a friendly hangout. See how cool she is compared to Sarah? Doesn't get all hung up on some attempted kiss, just moves on from it like an adult. Sarah, though, witnesses the tail end of this encounter and kind of thinks they might be a couple now. And off Pete and Rachel go to this beautiful cliffside. And by this point in the film, you know what's coming, right?
Wow, we're really going up to the edge of this, huh?
A kiss? No, she presses him about his musical and finishing it. This in turn makes him press her about her choice to leave the mainland and school behind.
Maybe it's good we got hurt like that, you know? I don't know about you, but it makes me feel like impervious to pain.
See, this is a real genuine moment between two characters, even if we were just fucking talking about a Dracula musical. The movie takes itself seriously with scenes like this, and you're left watching two adults come to terms with heartache, their past, regrets, whatever. This is your moment to identify with them.
So jump in.
No, I meant that like as a metaphor, you know?
No, just do it.
This is it, right? The fucking music kicks in. It's a metaphor.
What the hell?
I love it.
Oh God, I made her kill herself.
They still hold that tension for the first kiss over your head.
I mean, I'll jump.
Come on!
And now you're in a kind of dramatic and serious situation that could turn deadly at a moment's notice. What the hell, Pete?
2.5!
I had to really kind of draw this out in the reviews. I can't put a lot of clips of it in here. Luckily, Pete launches himself free of the rock, lands safely, and when he surfaces alive and happy for the first time in who knows how long, Rachel does give him that first real kiss. And boy, does it feel earned! Meanwhile,
You've got Christ between your thighs.
And the next morning, Pete finds himself having to leave the suite as it's been booked by Dakota Fanning. Where the fuck that is, I don't know. And where should he be booked? Right fucking next door, of course.
It was the only room available.
See, I believe all of this too, even if it is forced.
I'm sure it was.
It's somehow believable that this shitty sequence of events could happen. That's what makes it so funny. Determined to stand on a board before he has to leave, Pete meets Kuno again for a surfing lesson, but he still just can't really get the hang of it. Next up, we get our first real interaction between Sarah and Rachel, mainly so Sarah can try to scrape some info off of Rachel and her relationship with Pete.
Hi, Miss Marshall, what can I do for you?
Is there a place to get good sushi around here?
I mean, yeah, she comes up asking for sushi, but it quickly devolves into this.
I saw you with Peter. Breder?
Yeah.
Who's my ex-boyfriend.
You can tell she's intimidated by Rachel.
You're very pretty.
Oh, gosh, you're like way prettier.
No, you're like so pretty.
And possibly due to some of Aldous' recent behavior, she's regretting leaving Pete, like I said earlier, only more so now.
One thing about Peter, he's a really good guy. Really good, like, great, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pete, how is the surfing lesson going?
You surf too?
Of fucking course.
I'm gonna head in.
Before you go, actually, Peter.
But I love this scene though. As much as Pete wants to hate him, Aldous tells him how the other day he was listening through Sarah's iPod.
I found one track that I quite liked, so I checked what it was, and it was actually one of yours. And it kind of reminded me of a dark, gothic Neil Diamond.
Even I'm with Pete on this.
Fuck, you're cool.
Unfortunately, more of the truth comes out after this little moment of understanding.
You slept with Sarah a year ago?
Oh, I thought you knew.
The only good thing that comes about from this is it gives Pete the encouragement and anger I suppose he needed to land that first wave.
Oh God!
It couldn't have been more perfect, honestly. They gave him his big moment, and they still managed to make you laugh and introduce some drama into it. Forcing him to rescue the douche that he hates.
Oh, wow, you got coral right there in your leg.
Kudo? He's no fucking help.
Kudo, can you call the front desk for me, please?
Yeah.
It really is.
Like, no fucking help.
Kudo, call the front desk, now!
Okay, monster man.
Pete, he's like a blood wuss. If you have a blood problem, I'm not calling you a wuss, it's fine.
Oh, everything looks fine. Oh.
It's all good.
Poor fellas.
Can you get some towels for me, please? I'm really losing a lot of blood.
You sound like you're from London.
I hurt myself laughing. Now, when Pete wakes up, he finds Sarah on the bed next to him, claiming that she didn't want him to wake up alone, which, yeah, this already seems like a bad idea.
I didn't want you to wake up by yourself.
How's your friend? Is he alright?
Yeah.
Well, it's, it's a really nice gesture, but I bet Pete knows just how to thank her.
Edward Scissorhands over there told me that you two were fucking each other for a whole goddamn year while we were together. Shit. How about that, Sarah?
Can you please
Please don't touch me. Just don't touch me, okay?
Not touching you.
All right.
No touching.
Had no reason at all to put that in there, I just wanted to. Now finally, Sarah gets a moment to explain her side of things, and honestly, I might just identify with Pete a little too much. Let's go down the list.
It got really hard to keep taking care of you when you stopped taking care of yourself.
Oh shit, that's number one?
I tried to get you out of the house. I tried to get you off your little island you love so much.
Oh my god, I do love my little garage island.
The couch.
I do love my couch.
You didn't want to see the light of day.
I don't.
God, there was one week when you wore sweatpants. Every day.
Hey, I wore sweatpants for the last 5 months, but can't we all blame that shit on coronavirus? Now, utterly defeated by the element of truth to everything she said, Pete sulks back to his room next door alone.
I thought you were going to wear the shirt I got you.
What? No, I mean, I do love that shirt.
So Sarah gets her own little flashback here, kind of like Peter got earlier his of things that she did that made him feel small. She gets a flashback of things that he did that made her feel good and appreciate, like the gifts that she was giving.
Oh, wow, thank you. Yeah, Sarah got it for me. Way more convenient than my backpack.
Awesome hat! Oh, thank you. Yeah, my girlfriend got it for me. I'm fucking with you!
I just like the effort the movie went into to do her that justice, to let me see it from her point of view. Again, it's good that they're letting you begin to feel sorry for her and identify a little bit with her at this point in the movie and not at the beginning. As it just helped a lot for some reason. It's unconventional, I think. Whatever, feeling guilty, I guess, Aldous ends up donning the shirt anyway as they head out to dinner.
No, I like it. I didn't like it first, now I really think it's good. Oh, bloody hell, this is a small resort.
Who do they run into?
Hi, Peter.
Who fucking else?
Aldous, Sarah, this is Rachel.
Sarah bought me this shirt.
I could have guessed that, yeah.
I love how much importance the plot puts on this damn shirt.
Looks awesome.
Even worse, because Pete can't keep his mouth shut.
You're welcome to join us, obviously, if you like.
Okay.
Dream of what?
They end up having dinner together.
So this is actually happening. We're gonna let this happen.
Some of the best scenes in the movie happen during this dinner. I swear, everyone on the cast is on fire here. You got Sarah just excitedly talking about the movie she's in, which Rachel isn't even aware that is out.
Well, you know, it's an island. It's isolated. Yeah. Movies don't really come out here. Obviously.
And Aldous just tears right into its silly-ass plot, which apparently is based on that movie that she was in. Was it called Pulse or something? I don't fucking know.
Oh, what would happen if your mobile phone killed you.
See, this gives him and Peter a reason to bond, oddly enough.
Why couldn't you just take the battery out of the phone?
Right, that's it. The battle's over.
Yeah, we've won.
And back and forth we go with the two girls, kind of enemies but not really, identifying with each other, and Aldous and Pete, also kind of enemies but not really, becoming friendlier with one another. Better add more alcohol to the mix, that'll unawkward things. Yeah, like I meant, this much alcohol's bound to cause problems, and quickly it does. The conversation turns sour, with Aldous expressing his God-given right to fuck whoever he wants, whenever he wants. That's dominance.
Not so eloquently as you just put it, sweetheart, but ultimately, yeah, that is...
He also, oops, accidentally ruins the fucking shirt that Sarah got him.
Oh no, not the shirt. Oh, take my eyes, but not the shirt.
Jonah is no help at all with his hands-on approach.
Okay, oh, hello.
Just lean back for a second.
No, it's alright, it's not there. Let me...
Sarah's getting pissed now, and even worse, when Pete and Rachel share a dessert, she can just sense it. She can just tell that Rachel's mocking her. And goddamn if these two don't start going at it.
Hawaii is a place to escape for people who can't deal with the real world.
Shit is getting heated in here.
Gosh, it's such a hard life.
Leave it to Jonah to break up the tension.
What did you exactly think of my demo? Like, did you get it?
I was gonna listen to that, but then I just carried on living my life.
Fucking brutal.
Not at all.
See, his quiet response is the best. And shit, this is going to be like way too long to put in here. How the fuck do I avoid a copyright strike? Because this shit's really funny. Excuse the audio and video fuckery because I got to put this in here.
You know what, dude, fuck you. Okay? You can go fuck yourself. I can't yell right now because I'll get fired. My boss will hear me. And then I won't be able to pay off my student loans. But you know what? You're an asshole. I fucking hate you. I bought all your records. This whole fucking time I've been trying to get you to come hang out with me. I'm gonna have people fuck with your food the rest of your trip. You fucking dick.
After all that nonsense, Pete finally gets some, which Sarah overhears from next door. Then it just comes an all-out sex-off between the three of them. Yeah, the three of them, because Aldous doesn't really seem to fucking know what's going on. He's so goddamn trashed.
Oh, yes!
Yeah?
In fact, he has a realization.
I've made a mistake coming here with you.
He just tears into Sarah over her lackluster performance, both in the sex and the faking of an orgasm, and their relationship.
Oh, I'm out of snow. Bullshit.
It's fucking over in a matter of minutes.
I hate your music.
Yeah, well, I fucked the housekeeper the other day.
Now she knows she fucked up cheating on Peter for that year. Meanwhile, it might be the best thing that ever happened to him. For the first time in a long time, he's sober now, and he's just enjoying life.
You know what? I actually will not be having an alcoholic beverage this morning.
So much so that when he runs into Aldous, now leaving the country to go on tour, he's completely cool and chill with him. Well-wishing even, as the two bond over the disaster of a relationship they each had with Sarah. Now the good guy Pete that he is, he ends up going to check on Sarah since he just found out from Aldous that he had dumped her, and, you know, he feels bad for her, so bad idea and all, he heads over to check on her. Now, she puts the moves on him in the moment, of which he gives in to briefly. Now, he quickly realizes how hurt and betrayed by her he really is.
Maybe the problem is that you broke my heart into a million pieces, and so my cock doesn't want to be around you anymore.
And straight to Rachel he goes to tell her everything. Because in this moment, he saw everything clearly, and for the first time knew exactly what he wanted out of life. And it does sound like one of those shitty fucking excuses, but we've been there for the journey, so we believe him, but she doesn't know that.
Fuck up and tell me exactly what you did.
She is not happy, though.
She started kissing me because I was comforting her. And then the next thing I knew, I was kissing her because she had been kissing me because of the comforting. Then she started taking my clothes off, and then her clothes were off.
Hurts to watch. See, you're really on his side in this, and you kind of understand how he could have let that moment with him and Sarah go as far as it did, so it's a little disheartening to not see them end up together. You know, they're probably gonna by the end of the movie, but that's not the point. You feel bad right now, because I'm telling you, you do. And knowing he's about to leave the island, probably forever, there's only one last gesture a man in a position like that can do to show that he's serious.
You can hit me as many times as you want. I'm not giving you the photo back.
Oh, yeah.
No, Peter, I told you I did not want to see you.
That's a fucking big one for sure.
Everybody hates you.
Now, even if still brokenhearted, when Peter returns home, he seems to take to heart everything everyone ever said to him over there. At first, though, he's just making fun of his own songs, but after enough self-loathing and sleepless nights, one day he just wakes up refreshed, determined, and he starts work on that musical. And I'll be damned if he doesn't write the whole thing. It's fucking amazing, honestly.
It's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better.
Seeing him reform himself from all those broken pieces is what's so ultimately satisfying about this movie by this point. You become so invested in Peter as a person that, yeah, if he doesn't get the girl, I damn sure want to see him succeed with this. Meanwhile, back in Hawaii, Rachel's just getting a fucking earful from the barkeep.
He refused a blowjob from his ex-girlfriend mid-blowjob. Do you know what that's like for a man?
Yeah, see, just the way she stares at the pamphlet that Peter's mailed to her, you know she's gonna be there. So you start getting this feeling of hope inside of you. That's if you get as invested in fucking movies as I do.
This is a song that I never thought I would write.
But first, we get to actually see that puppet show. And holy shit, is it amazing.
On the night I'm dying, sorry for all the wrong I've done.
Either way, the show goes off without a hitch, and the crowd loves it. It's an instant success, as it should be. And sure enough, when giving their final bows, who should Pete spot in the crowds but Rachel? And God, the next scene can't come soon enough when they finally meet again for the first time in who knows how long.
How long are you in town for?
Yeah, Pete says fuck this, there's no putting on the brakes, he just lays right into it. And why the hell wouldn't he? He has nothing to lose at this point.
Well, you should probably go back.
Would you like to hang out while you're here? Maybe we could go to dinner, or
Yeah.
just on my number?
Yeah.
We're left knowing what Peter's future holds is unpredictable at the very least, but headed towards success for sure. In fact, the movie really fucking nails the ending when, in a nod back to the intro joke, Rachel decides to turn around at the last minute because she's not ready to leave, and she walks in on a naked Peter. Literally a naked Peter. Get it? Really no sense in dragging it out much longer. Killer fucking ending to a killer fucking movie. I literally love this movie. If you want to see me review more movies like this, especially I Love You Man, then fucking let me know down below and I'll do that shit.